Swashbuckling high seas adventure, gripping action and wondrous magic. You might need to tap into your imagination to conjure up some of these images. I don't know why I just had to. A few things might help you though in this case, including some familiar characters and the help of some very talented performers.
But first, you forgot to say "arr." All right, we'd like to introduce you to on our stage today, director John Hulse and cast member Jazzy Dillion with the Milford 2nd Street Players. Good afternoon. He's pretty good, isn't he?
Very good.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this play that you're putting on is actually a prequel to the Peter Pan that we all know and love?
Right.
Yeah. Tell us
So,
about.
yeah, when you come to see the show, you're going to find out how Peter Pan became Peter Pan, how Wendy was involved, how Captain Hook got to be Captain Hook, Tick-Tock the Croc, the Lost Boys, all the characters you've come to know and love through the Peter Pan story, and it's a hoot and a half. Everyone gets to play a million different characters, and there's pirates, there's mermaids, there's swashbuckling, there's
Oh wow.
near drowning, there's all sorts of fun things happening on the stage. It's 12 people doing all these things with a very limited set, lots of props. It's a hoot and a half to watch.
So we were talking about the audience having to use their imagination. How so?
Yeah, so the concept of Peter Pan comes from this idea of like a poor man's theater.
Okay.
So essentially with the cast of 12 people, the set is very minimal because the cast itself becomes the set. So the cast itself becomes the wall, the cast itself becomes every trick, everything. Like there's lifts that occur not by wire but by people.
Right.
So it's a really cool concept of just, things happening before you that you have to use your imagination to make it happen.
That sounds really
It does sound
neat.
cool.
So what is it like to bring to life characters that, are classic? We already know what they're like, but you're kind of showing a different light on them. What's that like?
It's really cool because it's just like, again, it's the prequel to how everything happens. So at the beginning, everyone is like a fresh slate. Like it's like, oh, who's boy, who's that? But as the story progresses, it's cool because there's a lot of intentionality with certain costume changes, certain changes where it's like you see one character develop into someone that you know and love. So it's cool because you get to start from scratch, but you end the show with okay, now I know who you are.
So John, let me ask you this. We were talking a little bit before we started talking here. It's not really called a musical. It's not really. What kind of preps did you have to do with music?
So there are some songs in it. We have a musical director, and there will be a keyboard and a drummer, and the cast has had to learn some songs, but there's background music, there's all that kind of thing. But when the show, which was on Broadway, went before the Tony Award people decided that it really was a comedy with music. So it was not in the musical category.
Okay.
But we're still prepping. We still have to learn our parts and pound the notes and do all that stuff musically. But at the same time, we have to, find our props and build our, make doors out of rope and railing out of rope and all different, there's, as Jazzy said, it's very minimal set. The 12 people are doing, going from boxing ring to malls to ships, and there's 2 ships in the play, but there's not an anchor to be found.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
A lot of imagination there.
Yes.
And then you said four songs in the entire production.
Right, 4
But it still
major
helps
songs.
progress the story.
Yeah. So a number of them are kind of sea shanty sounding songs, but then I think I can divulge just like a little secret, but we have a character who will become Smee, Captain Hook's right-hand person, and they get to sing a song that's supposed to lure the Peter and his boys to them so they can,
Sure.
pillage and
Right.
do destruction.
Oh my. Okay, so give us the wheres and the whens.
So it'll be at 2nd Street Players in Milford, September 9, 10, 11, September 16, 17, 18. Friday, Saturday shows are at 7, and then the Sunday shows are at 2.
All right. Well, break a leg
Thanks so much.
and have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.